So there's a lot of frustrated users out there. And that's it. It got up to 46%. We were pretty proud of getting it to 46% because we got only a 23% success rate when we first started. So it's just too much for people. They just can't figure it out, even if they're quite motivated. So when Google eBookstore came out, when they were putting in-print books out inside the browser, we said, great, it's time to do it in browser. We happen to have been working on the technology for the last 2 years, and so we could then go and make it available in browser. So you say, click, I want to see it in browser. Again, Boston Public Library is emphasized, sort of who's where it's coming from.
Probably high circulating in Boston.
Yeah. All those Mayflower descendants in Milpitas. And then you can list all of the books that you've checked out, and you can return the books. So that's the basic idea of that system. So today we've got 2 million free ebooks. Go nuts. There's 100,000 modern books that are in this pool. We're looking for more libraries that are early adopters to try to make this available. We're looking for more books. We're collecting physical books so that we own them. If you're deaccessioning, please donate them, and I can say a little bit more about how we're storing those and what we're doing and launching in June in terms of a physical archive. But also these can be books that stay on your shelves and then they're lent from your library. Future plans, we want to get the next 1 million books. We're not quite sure how to fund it. We're trying to figure out how to get that funding together, whether it's from libraries, the government, or some combination, foundations, whatever. We want to get another 1 million books online. We want international participation. We're looking for more of you to join. Basically, all you need to do is give a book, at least one book, to be added to the pool. That's probably rights burdened. And also the IP addresses and a contact address. And that's all it takes to join up. And hopefully it's working. At this point also, by ALA, we're looking to have better catalog integration to help in discovery. The biggest problem we got now is people don't know how to find it. So we basically want to make it so that in your ILS, if somebody searches on something, a little icon comes up and says, hey, you can have this electronically for free right now. Do you want it? You can check it out. Or it's, you could have this, but it's checked out. That kind of thing. Little icons. Or you can already get the 100,000 MARC records if you want to add them to your catalog. So there's catalog integration is getting better. We would prefer the on-the-fly thing so we don't have the maintenance issues of what happens when the 100,000 changes. But we're looking for better catalog integration and potentially library card authentication so that you can do it more remotely. We already work with Easy Proxy as a mechanism of getting people in, but how do we get this out to all of our patrons? So what do? You write to robert@archive.org, and he's administering the program. It's free. Contribute at least one book, and you're done. And last note, free lunch. So the Internet Archive is up in San Francisco, and every Friday from noon to 1, we've got a free lunch. So we just try to get all the people that work for the archive to come together, and please come up and visit us, and you'll just get an idea of who we are. We just go around the room and say what it is we're all up to, and in an hour's time you'll really get an idea of what the Internet Archive is, and more importantly, we'll know who you are and how to work together in the future. Something I always look for, I didn't when I was coming in here, is what do people carve above the doors of their libraries? And one of my favorite is in the Carnegie Library in Pittsburgh, which was built by one of the most capitalist guys this country has ever produced. He carved "Free to the People." And so when we were running around with the bookmobile, I wanted to have our picture with my son in front of it. And you can't quite read it, but it's carved above it. It says "Free to the People." Thank you very much. Bring up the lights and have any kind of questions and yes.
Burlingame, like many other libraries, I'm sure, has a large collection of bound periodicals. I'd love to get those scanned. I'd love to get those digitized.
Free. Let's do it.
All right. You got
We're doing a lot of journals now on the biodiversity and the taxonomic area. The things that we don't have is very good technologies for going and taking these bound copies and finding where the issues and the articles start and stop. We did do some with some machine learning guys at the University of Pennsylvania, Penn State, and then we tried to hire the person, and then she got caught up in American immigration and stuff. Okay. So anyway, stop crying, Brewster. So we can digitize it, and then there's issues about trying to make it even better in terms of accessibility. But once it's digitized well, then there's a bit of a carrot to go and say, hey, fix these. And we go back over our books and reprocess them all the time. So we try to basically digitize well enough that we'll never have to go back and take new photographs of them. Famous last words, but that was our approach. So we're kind of anal about doing really good image processing. And we run it through optical character recognition, but sometimes our optical character recognition gets better for different languages, and we go back over and process them. So even though all of the services may not be there to handle your bound journals, but yeah, let's do it.
Do you have any ties with Project Gutenberg?
Yes, we help host them. So we're some of the machinery that they use for doing distributed proofreaders and stuff. So the distributed proofreaders, which is where most of the books from Gutenberg come from our books. So they take our scans and our optical character recognition, and then they go and edit those, and then they post them as Gutenberg. So they're the corrected version. So there are about 27,000 books that are in Gutenberg right now, and we've got about 2 million that are in the public domain. So they basically cherry pick and then add value and really fix it up. We're looking for better, even more tight integration as we get editing inside of our book viewer, but we're not quite there yet. So they've been doing a great job.
In Santa Cruz, we have a sheet music collection.
Yes.
It's
Oh, isn't
over
that great?
100 years old.
And you got the Grateful Dead.
No, that's university.
Oh, okay.
It's a public library.
All right.
But it's a sheet music collection. I've been told there's issues, rights issues because of it's music. Do you know if there's any difference there, or?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whenever I talk to enough lawyers, I get really depressed. So
It's over 50 years old.
100 years old is fine. If it's published in the U.S. before 1923, it's in the public domain.
Before 1923.
yeah, we would really like to have, if we take the classic works, let's go for let's go and get sheet music and then machine readable sheet music, MIDI files, and then let's get performances. And let's get let's get a really good set of classical repertoire and make it available so that, not just Lady Gaga is available to our kids, but, let's go and get some Beethoven out there. And make it so that and it might be that we use the conservatories because trying to get the rights out of Deutsche Grammophon might be just too hard. But let's go and get new productions of these things and start posting them. So if you've got conservatories around or students that want to go and love to do this. If we can get the basic classic works, and if you guys could be the source of the sheet music, then we're on our way.